8. So the first video was, do you get the Rolex before you get the car, or do you get the car before you get the Rolex? Now this video is, do you keep getting more Rolexes before you get the winter home, or do you get the winter home and then you get more Rolexes to celebrate the winter home? That's the video. That's today's video. 8. And I'm out. Richard Prophet, the Last Dragon.
Cheers, family.
And just like that, we're in beautiful, sunny Sarasota, Florida. 8. What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Richard Prophet, the Last Dragon. And we're back, man. Like I said, we are back. As you can see, we're back in the Sunshine State. So yesterday, I was in New York City. I had a rain jacket on, rain boots, and the landlord watch. Today, I have on a t-shirt, a pair of sneakers, a pair of runners, and the Apex Predator, which actually lives here in the beautiful state of Florida. So I couldn't wait to put the Apex Predator back on. The 9th watch in the watch box. Anyway, yeah, man, so we are driving to go see something today, and I wanted to talk about it. I thought it was actually pretty cool to talk about, so I wanted to talk about it. So I made a video a while back, 8, about, do you get the watch first, do you get the Rolex first, or do you get the car first? And that was a good video. It was very controversial. There were people on both sides, because my suggestion was, I've been a guy that, I grew up with very limited means. Everybody knows that. But, as a grown man, once I finally started to come to some money, as you do, you run out and you go get a Mercedes, right? As you do. As soon as you get some real money, you go get a Mercedes, right? And or you get a Rolex, right? So I'm on both spectrums of that. I've had nice cars, and I've had beautiful watches. Have nice cars. But so I made a video about that a while ago. What do you get first? Do you get the Rolex first, or do you get the car first? And hey, looking back in hindsight now, I would say, as I said in that video, you get the Rolex first. For those of you that want to watch that again, I'll include that video at the end of this one, so you can check it out. Good video. Yeah, I would say get the Rolex first. And my as I've gotten older, I really haven't changed on that stance. I stand on that, and I tell all young people or people just starting to begin their careers on this great paper chase, I would say get the watch first, get the Rolex first. Yeah, I stand on that. I stand on business on that. So anyway, now this is kind of a part 2 to that. Like, let's right? Let's continue on the journey. So now you've got the watches, right? You've got some Rolexes. You got some cars. You gotta, you have a house, or you might have a condo, or whatever the case may be, right? And you've got your business or your businesses, or whatever your business is, whether it's properties, or whether it's some other assets that you're into, right? So you're making money and you're moving on, right? And you now have a nice little collection. You have a nice little collection. You have a couple of vehicles. You have a nice place to stay, right? You may be married or living with your significant other. Here's another question. Here's part 2 of that question. This is more of the, instead of when you're starting out, this is more of, when you're already established and you're doing well, right? What do you do? Like, so Rolex releases new releases every year, and hey, this year the releases were great in my view. The releases were great in my view. So what do you do at this point, where you're at this point of your career, of your life, actually, not your career, of your life, where, hey, Prophet, let's get to the... All right, here we go. Here he is. So, do you buy yourself a second home? Not even a second home. Well, for most, let's say, a second home. Or do you get or a winter home if you live in the northern states like I do? We live in New York City. Do you get yourself a second home, a winter home, or do you buy more watches? That's the question today, ladies and gentlemen. Do you get yourself a winter home, or do you buy more watches? That is the question, man. Yeah, Apex Predator on risk. Listen, so we have a second home in Florida, right? We have a condo. And we have like a townhome in beautiful Sarasota, but we have a condo in Miami. But now my wife wants a winter home in Florida, a winter home, a nice house. So, because we're going to be spending more time here, so now she wants a winter home. So, I contested it in my mind at first. I was like, hey, I'm comfortable with, my condo here, my winter condo. I come, I crash, stay, a month or, 2 or whatever, and I shoot back out to whatever city I'm in. But, there comes a time where you say, do I keep buying more expensive watches because money's not unlimited, right? You spend money on these watches and they come out, and now at my age I'm only wearing solid gold pieces, so it gets pricey. You get pricey. You fill up a box, you work on a second box, or you go to a third box. Now you've got You've got a lot of money in wristwatches. And do you continue? There's always going to be the new thing, right? There's always going to be something nice. Ooh, I want to get that. Like this year, Rolex released 2 releases that I would love to get. But, like I said, I only wear solid gold pieces, which is actually catching on in the watch community. After I said it, now a couple of these watch YouTubers, I've also noticed them say, oh, I think you're right, Prophet, or, I'm only going to start wearing solid gold pieces. Like my buddy JJ, shout out to JJ. He always gives me credit, You know, nice dude, solid dude right there. So shout out to him. He always gives me credit where credit is due. A couple other YouTubers, they want to say this and they want to say that. Oh, you know, I'm only wearing solid gold pieces now. After I said it, it's okay though. I'm here to inspire those. Uh, you know, hey, and I'm glad you're watching the video. Shout out to you, man. And hey, if you're wearing a Rolex, you're all right with me. Anyway, so like I don't buy steel pieces anymore, so it's not. These pieces are fairly, pricey. I mean, even though steel pieces relatively expensive, right? But when you get into the I guess in the grand scheme of things, the steel piece is relatively pricey, right? In the grand scheme of things, but in my collecting, a steel piece is very, I don't want to say inexpensive because it's not inexpensive. It's an expensive thing. But anyway, my where I'm at in my life, I'm a middle-aged man. I would only be wearing gold Rolexes, at this point, and that's been the case for the last few years or so. People in YouTube are starting to catch on to that now, but that's how I felt for the last few years. Yeah. All right, great. Now it's starting to rain out here. But yeah, man, so, when you're only buying gold pieces, they get pricey, right? So you figure at least, 50 grand per piece. Particular pieces I'm looking at, maybe a little more. So you wanted to buy 2 pieces, that's like 120 grand. 120 grand, where 120 grand where you could take so here's the question. Do you continue to after you already have a collection of watches, right? Do you continue to buy more watches? Or do you buy a winter home, right? Or do you buy a winter home? Yeah, because in my particular case, couple of watches, 120 grand. That could be 120 grand I could add toward the house, add toward the down payment of the house, make a bigger down payment, or whatever the case may be. Would I love to get the watches? Yeah, I would love it. I love these 2 pieces that came out. I would love to pick them up, and I have a great relationship with my AD. So, if I ask them for them, I'm pretty sure I'll get them. I didn't like that thing that they put, that tariff price, and they increased the watches that I wanted by $1,500. One was 14, the other one was a little more. After there was already a big increase. I didn't like that, but still, for what you get, I think the price is fair. I still think the price is fair compared to other solid gold pieces. I think you get a lot of watch with Rolex for the money compared, like I said, to other pieces. But like I said, man, it like the first video, do you buy the Rolex or do you buy the car first, right? So now in today's question, part 2 of that video is, do you buy another Rolex? Do you buy a couple more watches? Or do you buy the winter house? That's the question. 8. All right. So now we just pulled over. We had a little lunch. We put on a little shirt. We have a jacket there. And we're going to get back to the question. Do you buy more watches or do you buy a winter house? Oh, Prophet, I can hear it already. Oh, Prophet, it's easy for you to say, do you buy a winter house, more watches, blah, blah, blah. A lot of us are just trying to get one house. Listen, you remember when we posted that question, do you buy the car first or the Rolex first, right? And now you're past that. You got the car and the Rolex, right? So we're talking afterwards from that video. And Somebody's always calling me, man. So we're past that now. Now we're at do you buy more watches or do you buy the winter house, right? Yeah, and once you come to that question, you're gonna be like, oh man, Prophet was right again. Don't worry about it. If you're not there now, keep trying, keep plugging away, and you'll get that. You get your chance. Everybody gets their chance in the sun. That's just how life is. But how long you stay there is up to you. So, yeah. I mean, if it's up to your wife, of course, the answer is no. She's going to think your watch buying is stupid, after, 2 or 3 pieces. But, most women anyway. But anyway, a lot of women now are into Rolex watches. But most wives are, they think you having more than, 3, 4 watches is dumb. But anyway, you come to a choice where, you got a collection. Now you have a collection. And, and now your wife wants a winter home, right? Like, we live in New York. We have a condo in Miami. We have a townhouse in Sarasota. But, that we travel back and forth to. But now, my wife wants to, do more entertaining. Like she does some entertaining, but she wants bigger spaces now, the yard, whatever. She wants to do more hosting and stuff. So now she wants a winter home, and I'm fine with it. So she needs more space. That's fine. So are there more pieces I would like to get? Sure, absolutely. There's 2 pieces in particular from the latest Rolex launch that I would love to get, but it's time. It's time to get just a bigger winter place. I don't know if I'll be letting go of my Miami condo, but maybe so. I don't know yet. It depends on how far away we'll be from Miami with the new winter home. But we'll see. But as of right now, it's time to get a winter home. And why I put on the shirt and I'm about to put on my jacket is because I'm on the way to go see 4 or 5 properties, and go check it out because it's about time, man. It's about time that we upgraded from the condos to the winter condos to winter home. So these ones are on a golf course. I'm not a golf player, but hey, you never know. A lot of my friends are into golf. They're golf guys, and when they come over and we entertain them at the house, it might be cool to take them out for 9 holes or 18 holes or whatever. Hey, some of the smartest men in the world are golf players, so there got to be something to it, right? So if we get a house on a golf course, a winter home on a golf course, I'll play, I'll get into it. That's how I look at it. And I've been meaning to start looking into golfing anyway, but it would be better if I have a house like right behind the 8th hole or whatever, and the 18th hole, and really start getting into it. Hey, you never know. Maybe I even show you around, show you some videos. All right, so that's it, man. Do you keep buying more watches or do you get that winter home? That's today's question. And it depends on how many watches you already have, and it depends on how flexible your schedule is, whether you winter in another state or whether you just winter at home. But today's answer is whether you get more watches or whether you get a winter home. I'm going to say the answer to that is get a winter home, man. Get a winter home. All right. Hey, I'm out. 8. So the first video was, do you get the Rolex before you get the car, or do you get the car before you get the Rolex? Now this video is, do you keep getting more Rolexes before you get the winter home, or do you get the winter home and then you get more Rolexes to celebrate the winter home? That's the video. That's today's video. 8. And I'm out. Richard Prophet, the Last Dragon.
Cheers, family.